Hey, how you doing? Um, so, quick video, and it's a bit of a reflection of my working life in graphic design, reprographics, creative artwork, retouching, motion graphics, all them years working within the creative industry. And it was by no means an easy journey for me because um, I got into graphic design a very long-winded way, and because basically it was very there wasn't when I was leaving school there wasn't many opportunities in that industry. It was very slim pickings, and basically I did a college course with the YMCA in Manchester for graphic design, and it helped me massively. It got me into reprographics, which wasn't what I wanted to do, but it was a good stepping stone into understanding print and how you had to design to make stuff work when it went to print. So I've got a really good understanding of how to get into design ideas to print, and that's all it ever was. Because prior to that, my skill set from there then went to artwork and it kind of worked in the print industry, and they were very sort of even though the knowledge was really skillful and helpful to my trade, it never really went any further than working within point of sale. It was never working in what's the word, markets that were of interest to me. And the reason I'm doing this video is I've recently, other than doing stuff for myself creatively, which covered genres and interests that suited me, my working life. I didn't have the fortune. I had the fortune. I was fortunate to be in work, but was never fortunate enough to work within an industry or a creative field of. I'm saying this wrong. Using my graphic design skills to do things that I was interested in. It was always to do with marketing and retail. Maybe retail's the right word. So the only time where it ever became of interest and where I learned my Photoshop skills was back in 1997 to 2002, and that was working at Manchester Free Press, which was a lot of book work, some magazines, and then went on to freelance. And it's a long story, and I won't go into it, but I've never ever really. I've always got into what I was working on, but never walked away going, yes, I get that layout. It's all about what I'm into. I'm trying to say this as quickly and as effectively as I can. In the past month, I've been working on this magazine, Starburst. Now, this is a magazine that my brother used to get, my elder brother used to get, and I was always fascinated. I've never bought it every month, but I've bought it intermittently for years, and it's quite a nostalgic magazine to me. It's an iconic magazine, and it represents more than being a magazine. I don't know if people are familiar with it. This magazine is not about it being a magazine. This is 40 odd years old, and this represents something more. I can't quite put my finger on it, but if Starburst magazine came to an end, for me, magazines would come to an end. This is the backbone of the magazine industry, if you like. And it's a cult magazine, sci-fi, horror, anything. It's in here. It's in here. If you like collectibles, they may do something on that. It covers everything basically. And this particular issue they got Graham Humphries to do the artwork after a hiatus because of COVID, but they came back. They really reviewed the magazine in themselves. As I said it in my YouTube channel, but they really thought about this, and they came back with the goods. Not only did they come back with the goods, I got to work on it. I got to work on numerous spreads within the magazine, which I was absolutely so chuffed to bits with. And for me to work on this magazine, it actually feels like all the hard work, all the nightmare jobs I've had over the years within print and graphic design. In 2000, working at Manchester Free Press, actually, I'm not gonna lie, actually broke me. It breaks your sanity, and to hear that these guys had the same issue putting this together, not this particular issue, but other issues over 10 years, the same slog. This shit can drive you to the brink of sanity. And then to actually work on a magazine that you've seen your elder brother, use as artistic and creative, not incentive, what's the word? Inspiration. And then to actually work on it is just the ultimate. And to me, personally, it comes down to almost being part of my legacy. As daft as that may sound, to some people working on a magazine like Starburst, it may be a job. But for me, I've always wanted to work on it, to end up working on it, it's a legacy. Because here, in printed artifacts, is my work. In a magazine, is something I've always been interested in that is connected to the movie industry. And I'm almost feeling a sense of euphoria, just and closure, working on this. So it's sort of thank you to the guys for giving me a shot on it, and direction. So if I'm packing, if I'm moving trolleys around, you see me moving trolleys around at Aldi in Stretford next week, bear in mind I worked on Starburst magazine. It's just quite a proud moment for me, to be honest, and I think the guy's going to get me back into work on more stuff and projects, which is even more exciting and fulfilling, because that's what this is all about, and it's never easy getting a job working in something you're interested in. And finally the gods of Zendor have looked down on me and said, let's give this guy a fucking break here. And it's gone well. I'm really proud with what we've done in the magazine, and the fact I've been able to help in it, and the fact I'm going to be working it in the future. So yeah, it's just a bit of a point of just a bit of a catch up, and a bit of a let you know. Sometimes the sun shines on a dog's arse some days, But guys, do not forget that this weekend Starburst magazine is released. You got artwork by Graham Humphries on the cover, and that is, this is a big deal. So get yourselves down the magazine shop, WH Smith's, I don't know Forbidden Planet, do it. Subscribe, get yourselves a copy. This magazine does not mess about, so just bear that in mind. This isn't some big advertising campaign. These magazines are put together literally by blood, sweat and tears, and and mental health issues as well. So you can't get fairer than that, guys. UK's oldest cult magazine. Yeah, let's keep this shit going. Get yourselves a copy. This is annual sized edition almost, so yeah. So guys, bear this in mind. Take care.